Alright guys, so we're diving into some seriously important stuff today, masculinity. We're not talking about the toxic kind, we're talking about what it means to be a good man in today's world. We're gonna break down this whole rational male thing, and trust me, it's not what you might think. This is about finding a balance, understanding the true essence of masculinity, and how it can actually make you a better dude, a better partner, a better everything. We've got this crazy culture now where masculinity is almost demonized, seen as inherently toxic. But the truth is, it's not that simple. Just like anything else, it's all about finding that balance. You don't want to be that alpha male caricature, always puffing your chest and putting others down, but you also don't want to be a pushover, afraid to stand up for yourself or what you believe in. So buckle up, because we're about to unpack all of this. We're going to explore what positive masculinity really looks like, how it can benefit you and those around you, and how to navigate this whole masculinity thing in a way that's healthy, empowering, and actually makes the world a better place. Let's do this. So, what the hell is positive masculinity? It's not about conforming to some rigid, outdated stereotype. It's about embracing the qualities that make you a strong, capable, and well-rounded human being. Think about it. Courage, resilience, leadership, those are all traditionally masculine traits, right? But they're also just good human qualities. Positive masculinity means being comfortable with who you are, owning your strengths, and acknowledging your weaknesses. It's about being assertive without being aggressive, being confident without being arrogant. It's about being a protector, not just physically, but emotionally too. Being there for your loved ones, your friends, your family. It's about leading by example, inspiring others to be their best selves. And it's about having the courage to be vulnerable, to show your emotions without shame. Because let's face it, suppressing your emotions, pretending you're some kind of unfeeling robot, that's not healthy, man. That's a recipe for disaster. It's about having the balls to say, you know what, I'm not perfect. I screw up sometimes, but I'm working on it. That's real strength, man. That's what it means to be a man in the truest sense of the word. Not some caricature, not some stereotype, but a real, flawed, complex human being who's striving to be the best version of himself. It's about being responsible, accountable for your actions and the impact you have on others. It's about having integrity, doing the right thing, even when it's hard, even when no one's watching. And you know what else? It's about empathy. Yeah, you heard me right, empathy. Being able to understand and share the feelings of others. Because real men, they don't shy away from emotions. They don't see it as weakness. They see it as a strength, as a way to connect with others on a deeper level. So, we've talked about what positive masculinity is, but how does it actually play out in real life? Well, one of the key themes here is mentorship. Think about it. Every great man in history, they all had mentors, right? Guys who took them under their wing, showed them the ropes, helped them become the best versions of themselves. It's like that old saying, iron sharpens iron. We need other men in our lives, man. Guys we can look up to, guys we can learn from, guys who will call us out on our bullshit and push us to be better. And it's not just about receiving mentorship either. It's about giving back, being that mentor for someone else. Another huge aspect of positive masculinity is how it shows up in relationships. Now, I'm not talking about some pickup artist BS. I'm talking about building healthy, fulfilling relationships with the people you care about. It's about mutual respect, open communication, and understanding. It's about being present, being supportive, and being a true partner. And yeah, it's about being attractive too. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Because let's be honest, confidence is sexy. Knowing your worth, having a purpose in life, that's attractive. And that comes from within, man. It comes from mastering yourself, from being comfortable in your own skin. And that brings us to another key theme. Emotional self-mastery. Look, we all have emotions. We get angry, we get sad, we get frustrated, but it's about not letting those emotions control you. It's about being able to acknowledge them, process them, and then choose how you're going to respond. Because here's the thing, when you're ruled by your emotions, you're not really in control. You're reactive, you're impulsive, and you're more likely to make decisions you'll regret later. But when you master your emotions, you become a force to be reckoned with. You're calm under pressure, you think clearly, and you make better decisions. Now, I know what you might be thinking, this all sounds great, Joe, but isn't masculinity inherently toxic? And I get it, man. We've been bombarded with this narrative that masculinity is the root of all evil. But honestly, that's a bunch of BS. Look, anything can be toxic if it's taken to an extreme or used in unhealthy ways. Take something like aggression, right? Yeah, aggression can be destructive, no doubt. But it can also be channeled into positive things like competition, ambition, protecting yourself and your loved ones. It's all about how you use it. It's like fire, right? Fire can warm your house or it can burn it down. It's the same with masculinity. It's not inherently good or bad. It's about how you harness it, how you express it. The problem isn't masculinity itself. It's this narrow, distorted view of masculinity that's been shoved down our throats for generations. This idea that men need to be stoic, emotionless robots who suppress their feelings and solve everything with violence. That's not real masculinity. That's a caricature. Real masculinity is about balance. It's about embracing all aspects of yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's about being comfortable with vulnerability, with asking for help when you need it. It's about being a good man, a good partner, a good father, a good friend. So, let's ditch this whole masculinity as toxic narrative, shall we? It's not helping anyone. Instead, let's focus on building each other up, on having honest conversations about what it means to be a man in today's world, and on redefining masculinity in a way that's positive, empowering, and beneficial for everyone. Alright, so we've talked a lot about the theory of positive masculinity, but how do we actually put this stuff into practice? Well, here are a few key things you can start doing today. First off, find a mentor. Seriously, this is huge. Find someone you admire, someone who embodies the qualities you want to cultivate in yourself. It could be an older guy at work, a family friend, a coach, anyone. Just reach out, man. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to help if you just ask. And on the flip side, be a mentor. If you've got some wisdom to share, some life experience under your belt, don't be afraid to take someone younger under your wing. Believe me, the world needs more good mentors. Next up, boundaries. This is another big one. Learning to set healthy boundaries is crucial for your well-being, your relationships, everything. You need to know what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not. You need to be able to say no without feeling guilty. Boundaries are about self-respect. They're about protecting your time, your energy, and your mental health. And they're not just about other people either. You need to set boundaries with yourself too. Boundaries with your time, with your work, with your vices, and finally prioritize self-mastery. This is an ongoing journey, man. It's about constantly striving to improve yourself, to become the best version of yourself, and it encompasses all areas of your life: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Physically, take care of your body, exercise, eat right, get enough sleep, mentally challenge yourself, read, learn new things, have stimulating conversations. Emotionally, learn to process your emotions in a healthy way, meditate, journal, talk to a therapist. Spiritually, connect with something bigger than yourself. So, where do we go from here? The conversation around masculinity is evolving, and that's a good thing. We're finally starting to challenge these outdated, harmful stereotypes and embrace a more nuanced, holistic view of what it means to be a man. It's not about suppressing your emotions or conforming to some rigid ideal. It's about owning your power, your strength, your vulnerability. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and using your masculinity to make a positive impact on the world. It's about being a good dude, a stand-up guy, someone who people can rely on. It's about leading by example, inspiring others to be their best selves. And it's about recognizing that we're all in this together. We need to support each other, lift each other up, and have each other's backs. It's not about tearing each other down or competing in some toxic masculinity Olympics. It's about collaboration, about brotherhood. So, let's keep the conversation going. Let's challenge the status quo. Let's redefine masculinity in a way that's healthy, empowering, and beneficial for everyone. Because the world needs good men now more than ever. Men who are comfortable with their masculinity, but not defined by it. Men who are strong, but also compassionate. Men who are leaders, but also team players. Men who are willing to stand up for what they believe in, but also willing to listen to different perspectives. The future of masculinity is bright, but it's up to us to shape it. So let's get to work. So there you have it, folks. That's the rundown on positive masculinity. It's not about being some alpha male caricature. It's about being a good dude, a stand-up guy, someone who's comfortable in his own skin and strives to make the world a better place. And that's something we can all get behind. So, if you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and share this video with a friend who might need to hear it. And, as always, thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay open-minded, and keep on growing. Peace out.